Rookie mistake with the brand new controls. Hey, listen, good morning, everybody. Today, we're going to straight out of the today, we're going, Jimmy, let's just start the show because you know what, guys? It's live right now. Mornings in the Lab. Keith, John, and everybody else starts right now. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good?
That doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We are live, baby. We are live. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends Grok. It's not time for you to talk right now. Yes, Grok is a co-host on the show. Everybody, welcome. Welcome back to the big show. We call it Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends live morning experience, 8 o'clock Eastern time right here on YouTube, over there on X, and sometimes, we're over there on LinkedIn as well. Hey, guys. This is a show for men and women and anybody else who wants daily morning motivation and real talk while you sip your coffee, drive to work, or grind through that first lift. Good morning, everybody. Before we hit the first segment, do us a favor. I got an invitation for you right now. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and drop a comment. Tell us where you are joining the live conversation from. Good morning, Adam Holroyd, one of the OGs here in the Mornings in the Lab community, hanging with us there in the community. And hey, where are you coming from today, guys? Where are you joining the conversation from today, guys? If you're out there lurking, you're out there hanging out, I would invite you to jump in here, come in and say hi. Quick heads up, everybody. Quick heads up, everybody. This is a R-rated experience. Yes, it's sometimes an X-rated experience. Yeah, a couple days ago, we talked about with a gentleman on the show, just a heads up, guys. The conversation a couple days ago was about not taking ourselves to completion. That's the kind of conversations exactly. Yeah. This guy coached 80,000 human beings to a point where they just were getting to the point where they just weren't letting the volcano explode. So, hey, this show is all about language for grown men, grown women, grown human beings all over the planet. Yeah, so if those kids are around, you might want to send them out of the room or teach them about controlled whatever you want to call it. Hey, we got the house rule. We know this happens every single day. Holroyd, Sullivan, Good Time, Neiman, Jimmy, Rahima, Jerome, Billis, Marty, Johnny. What is this, fucking romper room? We don't hit snooze. No snoozing going on here. You guys hit snooze, you're 9 minutes behind all of us. Yep, true story. I called out 10 people right there. That is 90 minutes behind all of us. So fuck, man. Get up. And listen, hey, Jimmy, there's too many people. You guys wonder who Jimmy is? Jimmy's the producer. Jimmy's on the buttons. You wonder who Neiman is? Neiman's on the words. So I got Jimmy and I got Neiman. They're on my team. What we are the Mornings in the Lab gang, bringing you guys great content all the time. You know what kind of drives me nuts, guys? All those people that are still waiting for January. They're like, I'm gonna get my shit started in January. Well, guys, January's around the corner. It's actually coming. It's just over there. So what the fuck are you doing sitting around, hit the snooze, and waiting for one day? Neiman, we did a study months ago. There's no one day on the calendar. And Nation, there's not even a someday on the calendar. Look at it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's fucking calendar lessons with Billis this morning, and I didn't see a someday or a one day. Yeah, so hey, get up, get after it, and join us here every single day, live, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And if you're really up and after it, you'll join Matt Roof at 7:30 Eastern time right here on the network. Yeah, true story. Matt Roof gets up and gets after it every single day right here on Mornings in the Lab, on the Mornings in the Lab live network. And hey, guys, we're going to kick things off this morning in the morning loop with, am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Good. One AirPod in, one AirFoot out. What? Yeah. We're going to get some conversations about the AirPods, background mode, current conversations. We're breaking up with the penny nation. Yeah, the penny's gone. I'm here in Canada. We got rid of the penny a long time ago. The penny's gone. We're going to have that conversation. And what the fuck is with the government telling us what we can and cannot drink? Yeah, there's my little hot take this morning. Yeah, And Holred knows what I'm talking about, us Canadians over here, but the United States of America is saying that they're telling you what you can't drink when it comes to those hemp THC beverages. Yes, so what's up with that? Hey, mister, you can't drink that. Hey, missus, you can drink that. Says who? All right, scientists have cow cells that basically refuse to die. Oh yeah, I found this one last night, guys, as I was getting ready for today's show. They've actually created Immortal. Neiman, Immortal cow cells. Jimmy, live forever. Hey, just fucking live forever. Yeah, there's my farm of cows. They just live forever. The cows just keep perpetuating, just keep making cow shit. Just make cows. Non-stop cows. And hey, scientists have also discovered that's the emoji of the day, Neiman. Non-stop cows. I wonder if they're Rome cows. Rome? Maybe? Or just, are they the white cows or the black cows? And hey, GLP drugs are changing the numbers on heart attack and stroke risk. We're going to have that conversation today as well. And on the Greek-Albanian border, what the hell are we talking about Greek-Albanian border this morning? I know why. I absolutely know why. 100,000 spiders. All right. Maddie, Roof, 100,000 spiders thriving in total darkness. I know Neiman likes darkness. She likes living in a cave. Yeah, Melissa, hey guys, Melissa lives in a cave if you didn't know that. True story, 100%. She might like, and I know she loves spiders too. So this might just be a Melissa Neiman story. Yeah. And hey, center stage, why hanging out is the new self-care. Yeah. And gentlemen, we're not talking about hanging out of the pants. Like it's not hanging out. Guys, get your minds out of the fucking gutter, man. Nobody's wandering around just hanging out. No, we're going to talk about unpacking this whole social renaissance thing. Why you may be struggling and hanging out with your boys is something you might want to do. Yeah, true story. That's just going to be hour one. Deep dive, hour two, morning mindset mistakes. Man, we got a bunch of great shit for the show here today, man. I'm excited about it. Yep, 100%. And listen, morning loop reloaded, the fridge light philosophy. What? Yeah, that one. Do you guys think food tastes better later on at night? Oh, speaking of later on at night, I can't wait for Andersen to get here because I got something to put on the table about sleep scores. Oh, you can tell I got a little bit of energy today because I went to sleep and I got a good sleep last night. But apparently, according to my Apple Watch sleep score, Jimmy, it says that I didn't. So I got up this morning. I had a battle with my watch. I was like, what the fuck, man? I had a good sleep. Why are you telling me I didn't? Point taken. Too many of us get too caught up in the numbers and be like, oh, the numbers say I didn't have a good sleep, so I must have not had a good sleep. Fuck, I had a great sleep. Oh yeah, want to see my eyes? Nah, I'll keep them behind the glasses. The Pete Davidson eyes might just come out here. All right, we're going to unpack how controlled stress can make you go sideways. And then, hey, coming up at the bottom of the hour, bottom of the second hour, we got our very own.
Oh yeah, squishy.
Beep, 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 beep. Our very own Maya Reyes. Yes, Maya Reyes is joining us at the bottom of the hour. And of course, the big dog himself, I see him out there. We're going to bring him in about 20 seconds after I give you this. Pretend it's 1996 and you want to join a live morning show. We can do it today. Yeah, true mother story. 431-300-3005. 431-300-3005. And if you really get lucky, I'll text you back. Yeah, phone, voicemail, send me a text. Tell me what's going on in your world. And hey, guys, if you don't remember, 8 o'clock live Eastern time, the big show starts. Mornings in the lab with Keith, John, and friends right after 7:30 Kindness Rising. But hey, nation, guess what the time it is? Looking at the clock and it says the morning loop. Boom, boom. It starts right now.
Good morning, business, athlete nation. Another loop, another chance to beat being average. True motherfucking story. We've got another awesome lineup for you today, fellas. Keith, John, crew, let's get after it.
Johnny. I'm excited today. I'm jacked today. I'm happy today. I got a lot of energy today. What's shaking, brother?
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Although I was waiting to talk to you this morning. I got up this morning, good sleep last night, beat my alarm, jumped out of bed. As I put my phone down, my watch told me that I didn't have a good sleep. I was like, fuck you. I had a good sleep.
Exactly.
It's exactly what I did.
It's like the scale telling you that you gained weight, but in actuality, your muscles just recovered better.
Well, and I'm bringing it up and I'm beating this drum because we know what happens to many of us. And I was the dude over the years who would get caught in that scenario. I flew out of bed and I was so happy to tell you, man, because I'm like, what do you mean I got a 66? I'm like, fuck you. I had a great sleep. So I found myself arguing with my wrist for about 7 seconds, went in the shower, counted some Johnnies, felt even better about myself, and that was all done. And hey, I knocked off a couple check marks this morning. I beat my sleep score, counted some Johnnies off. I'm feeling great, brother. So fuck the sleep score.
Can you imagine if that thing fucking set you in a bad mood for the day, which happens all the time?
Well, that's my point, because I've been there and I know other folks go there too. And I was like, I was so ready to talk to you because I knew I had a good sleep. I beat dude, I was up at 320. My alarm was up at 340.
You can feel it, brother. You can feel it.
You could probably feel it in my energy today because I got energy. I had a good lift, I had a good sleep. And then I'm like, why are you telling me? It says, it told me I didn't even sleep the same amount of hours. I'm like, what are you talking about? Anyways, my point is, we get so caught up in the noise. Guys, pay attention to the signals, not the noise. Remember, nation, this is a business. So when they sell you the ring and the watch and the bands, they want you to be, they want you to get addicted to the scores. So sometimes you got to step back and you got to recognize there's signals and noise, right, Johnny?
I'm telling you, brother, there's no better feedback than how you feel.
Oh, yeah. But the problem is, and you would agree with me here. Yeah. And I know you'd agree with me here. The problem is that we as humans, we do want to quantify. We do want. It's like because let's face it, man, you wouldn't have had the career if they didn't quantify, because it would be like, well, we feel like John lifted more than the other guy felt like. So there has to be metrics, there has to be numbers. I get it.
But
right? There has to be
there. But what got me there was my effort.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, the quantification is great, but if you stay focused on your effort, the quantification will happen on its own.
I don't disagree with you there. I don't disagree. But again, if I was to use the bodybuilding example, nobody is saying, well, John had a better effort than Keith, so John's going to win. So again, we have conditioned society to say that, well, no, here's the metrics which say that John is better than Keith. What unfortunately happens is that it seeps into the average human, and then they get caught up with the numbers on the scale, the numbers on their wrist, the numbers on their finger, and it turns them all sideways. And that to me is the challenge. That right then itself is the challenge.
And if a person would stay focused on their efforts, which is the only thing that can be controlled, they would be fucking 100% ahead of when they're getting distracted by numbers and all this other shit.
Yes.
The numbers are fun. The numbers are fun.
Oh, 100%.
They're not everything.
No, and I know we have fun with them. I know you pay attention to them. I know you enjoy them, but I also know that you have the knowledge to. Here's the statement. You have the knowledge to put the numbers into the context. So, for example, we know that if we drink lots of creatine, we're going to carry water weight, and we're going to maybe appear to be heavier or quote unquote fatter, even though we're not at all. But there's the context, right? You understand.
And let's clear that up. You're going to carry water weight in the muscle.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I can't use creatine because it makes me hold water. No, the cookies you eat, it might make you hold water.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, I think we have a creatine topic. Jimmy, you got when you're ready to run it up there. Let's just throw it on the screen here, Jim. I know I'm kind of all over on you, but we got a creatine topic. Lane Norton was dropping some creatine stuff over on X yesterday. I found it because it's a topic everybody's talking about, Johnny, and you know, Marty brought it up yesterday, and it's funny because Jimmy dropped off a little image in Jimmy. You run that when you're ready, bud.
A new study that just got published looked at supplementing with creatine hydrochloride or creatine ethyl ester and its effects on cognition. Now, it's important to point out this study was sponsored by Vireo Systems, which makes Concrete, which produces creatine hydrochloride and creatine ethyl ester forms of creatine. Now, this study was over 8 weeks in perimenopausal and menopausal women, looking at supplementing with various levels of these forms of creatine and their effects on cognition. One group got 750 milligrams of creatine hydrochloride per day. Another group got 1,500 milligrams of creatine hydrochloride per day. And a third group got 800 milligrams of creatine hydrochloride and 800 milligrams of creatine ethyl ester. So a combo group. Now, the only group that had results or benefits from supplementation was the 1,500 milligrams per day creatine hydrochloride group, which once again supports the idea that creatine ethyl ester is inferior to creatine monohydrate, and from the looks of this, also creatine hydrochloride, because they're getting overall about the same amount of creatine in the product from the combo group compared to the
all right, Jimmy, got it. So Johnny, HCL, right? When you're talking creatine, let's get into it. So Lane was talking about the two types. You always talk about the one type of creatine, which is HCL, right, John? Oh, I'm muted again. I think I'm muted.
Yeah, you're back now.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You're back now.
Yeah, HCL is what somebody wants to buy, right? Not that, right? That's correct, right? Hydrochloride.
Mono.
I'm sorry, mono. I'm sorry, I meant mono. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, there's a lot of new studies coming out on some of these different variants. But right now, the only thing we really know is mono is the one that's, that. I mean, ultimately, it's just we have too much research, and we know for sure what it does. These other ones are just being we're just kind of tapping into them. There's some really interesting shit that could turn out to be really cool, but there's not enough blockbuster, so to speak, research for us to really invest hard into it. Gotcha. And I mean, as a consumer.
Yes. Now let's put this on the table responsibly, because I know you are a responsible human. I don't want to push people down the wrong path. The labels will say one thing. You're going to recommend to somebody to try something perhaps more. Now, where I want to go with somebody is, if you were coaching me, you would say, hey, Keith, try, because it's not going to kill you. And I'm not trying to make a statement that you're not going to die if you have 100 milligrams of creatine or 75. The label.
Let's just back up. If I had to say it's not going to kill you, I wouldn't be urging them to do it. What I would say is much like vitamin C, the body will get rid of what it doesn't need. Good. Because if a mentor is telling you it's not going to kill you, there's probably some risk in that.
Yeah. Yes. It didn't come out the right way. I guess what I wanted to go at was that the label is going to say one thing, right? And you are recommending something completely different. Help somebody bridge the gap on what the label says to what they might want to be trying and what they might want to be experimenting with.
Well, most of our research with creatine monohydrate was based around getting a pump in the gym.
Okay.
And so, you can get that pump in the gym off 5 or 10 milligrams.
Okay. Yeah.
So the new research goes way beyond pump in the gym. It's about cognitive function. It's about anti-aging. It's about longevity, which it really is. I think of like this. We're water. We're 70+% water. In the cells, they got a big job at doing their job in terms of keeping water in the body. So basically, when you've got something that will help that job be more efficient for the cell in the body, we're such a huge part of water. Why would we not want help to stay totally hydrated?
Yes.
Now, people think the muscles. Now we're talking about the brain. We're talking about, shit that's in the weeds compared to the studies, because all they really did was study the muscle, so to speak.
Yes. Yeah. I get you. Have you ever experienced any negative any negative effects or situations taking too much creatine?
Yeah, and I did this on purpose. And it wasn't just so basically I took about 25 grams.
Okay.
With as little water as I could use to get it down.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it was all probably was like a fucking paste in my stomach.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, granted, there'd never be a time where that would happen, but I wanted to understand if that did happen to somebody, what would happen. And it just gave me a little bit of an upset stomach. And then, my intuition was telling me drink more water, which I knew what I was going to do. If that happened, it went away pretty quickly. So if someone is consuming a large amount of, but you could probably put this with lots of different types of powders. You put a bunch of fucking, you put some sort of a pasty shit in your stomach. Your stomach needs it to be liquid so it can start to process it.
What's up, Jay? Well, I've even noticed sometimes, John, if I haven't,
makes sense.
It does. So I when I drink protein shakes, I prefer them on the thicker side instead of the watery side. So there's been times
talking about you broke up. We're talking about what?
A protein shake.
Well, but keep in mind, there's still if it's thick enough you can drink it. That's far thicker than what I was doing. I know. Far waterier than what I was doing. So I'm the same way. If I'm gonna drink a protein shake, it's because I want something to make me feel like I'm having a milkshake. So I'm gonna make the fucking thing gooey as hell.
Yes.
Creatine and that didn't bother my stomach. We're talking about the equivalent to 5 scoops, right? I think what I did was I 2 scooped it dry.
Okay.
Took just enough water to get it down. 2 scooped it dry, just enough water to get, but they were whopping scoops. So that's how I got to the 20-25. Because each one is flat is 20. I figure I probably had 21 to 22 in each rounded scoop with 2 just big enough drinks of water to get it down.
Interesting. Good morning, Jay. Thanks for joining us this morning. You're hanging out with Keith and John. John, I would bet you a gazillion freaking dollars that if the industry took the creatine product and renamed it and then reintroduced it to the market, people would run towards it. But it's because that there's this it's creatine. And listen, let's face it, when you and I are growing up, there was a time there where there was, it's creatine, a steroid, creatine's bad. And there's this perception, right? I guarantee you, if they reintroduce it more like a cognitive product instead of a muscle product, there would be
it's kind of starting to happen right now.
It is. I agree with you.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It's like the early stages of that right now. There's a guy, he's big into sales. He teaches sales courses. His name's Andy Elliott. And he's huge on social media. Yeah. I mean, kicks ass, does, speaks, And he actually released a creatine product and he sells it as, look, this is about you being sharper. This is about you having more energy, having more focus, making more money. He's not selling going to the gym.
Yeah. I get you. That makes a lot of sense because, the audience is bigger for that message, John. Like, let's face it, that message hits my mom, hits my dad, hits your brothers and sisters, where, the other message only hits the bros, right? So it's smart to reframe that messaging, right? So,
and here's the problem with repackaging it without creatine in there. Creatine's such a well-known fucking name. Someone's going to read the back and go, it's just creatine. This is a hustle.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that true, right? Isn't that true? Tell you what,
you got to be honest enough with people that they don't think that they're getting fucking hustled.
Yeah. Okay. You know who's getting hustled? This happened in Canada a few years back. It's happening in America today, John. I know you're going to be sad by the news I'm telling you. And actually, we're doing a little test this morning with our show because of this topic. I'll tell you about it in a little bit. But brother, today's a sad day in America. The United States has officially ended production of the penny. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Johnny, no more pennies. So if you got pennies hanging around your house, they're going to round.
What do you think that means? Let's look at the purpose. It means it's going to be fucking so worthless. It's not going to have a purpose in our monetary system.
I love that you asked that question. I fucking love you, man. I love that question because the key driver, and it happened here in Canada, brother, but maybe 10 years ago, I think. But the key driver was cost. It's because it was actually making them 4 cents to make the penny. To make one.
Is that really the fucking reason?
Well, so there's probably a number of reasons. Okay, come on, Mr. Conspiracy. Okay, come on.
No, but it's not conspiracy. It's just there's always. I'm not saying that it's not expensive, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, fuck, making $100 bill costs a shit. They show the technology in that.
Yeah, well, so what happens is everything starts to round up, right? So as the numbers gradually decline, and let's face it, brother, how many of us are actually carrying coins in our pockets? Right. So let's just actually talk business. You and I are building a business and we're talking about selling people get widgets. And you're like, but Keith, people aren't carrying the widgets anymore. Why do we keep making the widgets? All they're carrying is the digital ones. I'm like, well, let's stop making the fucking widgets. It's the same thing, right? Which is nobody's carrying the widgets. When's the last time you carried coins in your pocket, Andersen?
I carry coins just long enough to get them to Terry's hand.
When I would go to Vegas, I would not want the coins because Mr. fucking High Roller here would walk around and say, no, I only want the honeys in my left pocket and I only want the 20s or the 50s in my right pocket. Keep the coins. You know, douchebag there walking around handing the coins out, right? But yeah, so I'm not surprised. Here's what's next, right, brother? Is the nickel.
Well, but see, here's the thing. I mean, we're fucking hovering on some major changes with our monetary system.
Massive.
So that's that. If this happened at a time after, you know, who knows, at a different time, it wouldn't lead me to believe that. I mean, fuck, brother. Silver just got retitled and it's official now. This is not talk. It's a guarantee. Silver is now a critical fucking metal. Yeah, which means it's totally changed classifications, which means governments could fucking buy this shit off the record. Nobody can governments just can start buying this shit. They don't have to report it.
Yeah. Hey, Grok, I want to bring you into the conversation here about silver. Talk about the reclassification of silver and the impacts on the world right now with the changing mineral markets with silver. Grok, what's your comment on this?
Oh, man. Silver's getting the VIP upgrade. USDS has slapped it on the official 2025 critical minerals list for the first time, right alongside copper and a few others. It's a game changer because it screams national security now, not just shiny jewelry. Impact? Governments and industries are scrambling. Think massive demand spikes for solar panels, EVs, batteries, and all that green tech silver powers. Supply's already tight, so prices are going to rocket. Tariffs might pop up to boost US mining. And yeah, off-the-book stockpiling could happen to dodge the chaos. World markets? Tense as hell. China's got a grip on refining, so expect trade wars heating up. Bullish for investors, brutal for anyone short on it.
Johnny, I love that. Here's what I love about you, man. You're just not the pretty face with the big muscles. Dropping the fucking silver knowledge over a lot. And not that I doubted you, but I love that you're on top of it. And we asked Grok, and she's like, oh yeah, boom, 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 boom. And John's like, damn right, man. And you called it out too, because it's about national security interest now. It's not just about silver.
Well, dude, listen to this. Yeah. What other fucking commodity can you think of that's the same fucking value as it was at the high in 1980?
No shit. Yeah, I have.
But think about this. In 1980, we didn't fucking have all this uses for it like we do now. Well, it comes out of the ground at 8-1 from gold.
Okay.
It's only a side effect of other fucking mining.
Yeah.
But we use half that. I mean, 4 of those 8 ounces disappears into industry. And it doesn't get recycled. So it disappears, period. When they throw a solar panel away, whatever was in that solar panel is fucking in the dump.
Yes.
So it's just, you just do the fucking math. It's pretty fucking simple.
Well, and I have a question that I might even ask Grok for this one. Maybe you know it, but Grok, ears up on this one. John, does America is America one of the largest silver depositories in the world? Do you know?
I don't know that. But
hey, Grok, is the United States one of the largest silver holders in the world?
Yeah. The US ranks 9th globally for silver production, about 32 million ounces in 2023. But for reserves, we've got around 1,000 metric tons stockpiled, putting us in the top 10 worldwide, right up there with Kazakhstan. Not the absolute biggest, but it's enough to make us a player in the game.
Yeah, there you go, John. So there's the other reason, right? That right there is the other reason, which is okay, because we know that China has certain minerals that America and Canada doesn't have. So it's like a big dick contest, right? It's like, okay, well, we're gonna put some regulations and restrictions around silver. It's fascinating to me, dude. It's absolutely fascinating.
It's just the times are changing so quickly.
Yes,
you know, and it's like, here's another doozy. Jesus Christ, I just saw this recently.
Yeah.
So when the time comes, because they sell it, they somehow a while back they made it to where you could basically, let's just say you and I wanted to have a silver brokerage. Right?
Okay.
I don't remember the exact number, but if we bought a single ounce and we had that single ounce in a safe somewhere registered, we could sell like 100 ounces on paper. Some crazy fucking
on multiple, paper, but not actually. Paper. Oh, really?
Yeah. So at this point, the way it seems,
yes,
and we'll never know till it actually happens.
Yes,
if all shit hits the fan, And people go to, I want my silver in hand. I want to trade this piece of paper for silver.
Yes.
It's going to be 379 people holding the same piece of paper for the same piece of metal.
No shit. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah. Well, that calculation leads from, there's 150 million ounces that are up for physical.
Up
for trading, but they fucking sell 700 to 800 million.
Interesting. Well, so this is all right. I guess.
See, I think this is all part of a plan, because it wasn't too long ago that this whole thing was allowed. That makes sense,
dude. I'm going to tell you, it is all part of the plan. So I'm going to get into world theories with the handsome chief. Yeah. So here's the reality, Mr. Andersen. I don't know about you, but if I was building a $1 trillion, I'm making some exaggerative points to have some fun with you. But if I was building some 1 trillion square foot addition to my house, I don't plan on moving out anytime soon. And if I was taking a gift of big airplanes from other countries, I plan on using it in a few years. And if I'm looking to, you can read between the lines and everything I'm saying. If I'm looking to remake the monetary system in the United States, it's going to take some time. And handing over these reins to somebody else in that journey probably doesn't work. So what I'm suggesting is there may not be changes in the next few years with the leadership just down south of me. And this is part of it, because what we're seeing is the modernization of the United States currency system. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take a few administrations, but it's the same administration we have right now. Just going to say it. I guarantee it. I fucking guarantee it. I guarantee you that in 5 years from now, the same dude is still running the place.
Well, dude, there's more shit happening now.
Yes.
There has been a long time.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'll tell you what else is happening. Here, we'll keep going here, brother. I did a little test today, actually, by the way. I did a little test. And, I'll talk about the test after. So here's something else. United States has now decided what you can or cannot drink. Oh, back to government rules again, Johnny. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you got to take the shot. Oh, you got to do this.
Explain that. Explain this one.
100%. Congress has enacted a federal ban on most hemp-derived THC drinks and products as part of a government spending bill signed into law yesterday. The law takes effect in 1 year and is expected to reshape the market for intoxicating hemp beverages and edibles. So here, I'll make it simple for us. So right now, John, you can go to a store and buy a hemp drink. And the hemp, and we know cannabis and stuff where it comes from the hemp plant, right? Well, there is, it has been a loophole in the States where you can actually go buy hemp drinks that have THC in them. Well, the state's like, no, actually, we're going to remove that loophole, and we're now going to tell you what you can. The long and short end of it is it's back to government control on telling you what you can and cannot do, and that's what I fucking hate, man. I don't like that kind of shit. So that's why I wanted to put this on the table, because they're basically saying, nope. This is what's happening. And I believe you probably have a strong opinion. I would think you have very similar feelings about that as I do.
There's so many things that we can get our panties in a bunch about.
Yes. Yes. Oh, fuck yeah, 100%. And listen, we got a show to do. This is what's the fun part about it. And this is what conversation to start today. I don't lose sleep over it at all, actually. No. I don't. It's I guess in some ways, I'll say this to you. I guess in some ways, I'm also not surprised about it as well. Because I follow this industry, because I've had investments in it over the years and I've lost a shitload of money in the industry, I've been following it. So I'm not surprised, because there has been that loophole for a long time. And there were companies making a shitload of money of it, right? But we know what the governments do, right, John? Oh, loophole, we got to plug it, right? So because they're missing their money from it, right? That's what it is.
Or they'll create a loophole for a few people to grab a quick profit on the way out.
Yes.
Like check this out. That's so to go further on that whole silver thing, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really even know this existed, but it's called spoofing.
Okay.
Right? JP Morgan got fined almost $1 billion for doing this. Now, what is it? Basically, because they have such a massive piece of trading, what they'll do is they'll flood the market with sell orders. right? But they know that it's happening. All the smaller traders see this fucking wave, this tidal wave of sell orders, thinking, holy shit, I'm going to get crushed today. So they sell, right?
Yes.
Then when it goes down, JP Morgan cancels those sells, buys everything back at a lower price.
Yes.
So they get fined $1 billion, almost, just shy.
Whoa.
But hold on. It's profitable enough. They didn't stop because of the fine.
Yeah. Okay, so we made $2 billion. We're happy to pay the $1 billion.
Yeah, fucking A. So anyway, I think all this has come. I think part of this I think that somehow, some way, there's a plan to keep the silver number suppressed.
Interesting.
That makes sense. That's 100%. Why we've never seen a ratio of like 90 to 1 or 80 to 1 like it is right now.
You know, it'd be fascinating, brother.
If you do an average over time, I think it's like 16.
Jesus. You know, it'd be fascinating. We haven't really adopted finance pillars as part of our discussions here in the lab. As you know, we don't really go there often, but maybe we need to bring some finance experts into the show and talk about calls and puts and options and some of the stuff you and I talk about here on the show, because we have experience in it, and maybe there's people we can educate with some of those conversations. Maybe there's some value in that, right? Because yes, for example, we were talking about owning a stock or owning a call or a put on it, right? And the benefits of that, right? And some people look at us like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Because to me, calls and puts are some of the best ways to make money on a company without actually owning the stock.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
For sure.
Yep, 100%. Season Strength coming in here saying medical industry does the same thing when they release drugs. Absolutely. And then Petrocelli jumps in and says, follow the money. At the end of the day, Petro's comment is the truth always. Always the truth. Follow the money. That's it. Just follow. Even with, and again, I don't know if you're paying much attention to what's happening just down south of you in Venezuela, but Americans are sending their warships out there to do a bunch of crazy shit because of the drug cartels. No, it's actually because they want to change the government and they want to have the resources that Venezuela has. So back to John's point, follow the money. There's always a point of following the money, right? At the end of the day, right? So,
well, dude, Venezuela wasn't that long ago. Their economy got just fucking crashed.
100%.
Well, it was all for a reason, because once they can't defend themselves, then what happens? Shit like this.
Well, so there's warships outside of Venezuela. And Venezuela's what do they got? They've orchestrated 200,000 troops ready to fight. Let's just pause for a second here. Okay, so Venezuela, you're going to go fight the United States? Yeah, okay. Good luck with that one.
But you got to give it to them. They're saying, you want to fucking fight, you might kick our ass, but we're going to fight.
Well, again, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Although in my country, brother, you don't know this because I don't joke enough about it, but like in our country, we have one submarine and one helicopter and one plane. That's why we rely on you guys to help us, because hold on, the phone's ringing. What's that? Oh, China landed in the north? Oh, what's that? Our submarine is in the dock? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe the United States can help us with the one airplane that we don't have. Anyways, that's just craziness, dude. Hey, dude, I got something else that's going to blow you away. And let me know if you got to take a piss. My energy's off the roof here today, so let me know if you got to take a piss break. But I got something else.
Well, real quick, I don't want to get into this, but if you're I'm doing the best I can, but that fucking pork never left yesterday.
Are you serious?
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Would you like to excuse yourself to do a pork removal session, Johnny?
No, I'm good, man. I haven't eaten much and I haven't drank much, so I'm perking. I'm like a prune today, brother.
Then you're gonna love this one, then, man. We're gonna move from pork to cows, Johnny, because I know you love cows. I know you love your flesh. You're gonna love this one, man. Researchers at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem have shown that cow cells can become naturally immortal without genetic modification. Immortal.
Truly immortal.
Yeah. So it's funny because when I put this story together, I sat down and I said, explain it to me like a 12-year-old. I'm like,
I'm gonna say I say I need a little more. I'm like, because I'm telling you, but I said I'm like a prune. I should have said like a shriveled up fucking grape. My shit is processed and fucking slow here. I've been on my fucking water and creatine, but I'm still trying to get there.
So essentially, to explain to like a 12-year-old, like it did to me last night, was how cells work, right? These like our cells in our body. Well, they the finding removes. Let me find my note here. they cultured cow cells for over 500 days. Okay, so about a year and a half, and then around 180, more than 400 after 180 days, more silent cells emerged without any genetic modification. So what does it mean? Essentially what it means is that we could perpetually have never-ending cow cells always growing without having to be modified. So to oversimplify, you can buy, this is not real, but this would be like a scientific futuristic bullshit thing. John owns a farm with cows and they just live forever. They just become immortal because their cells never die. Now that's not how it actually works, but it was this, the headline, cow cells become immortal. When you dig into it, it's just really about this idea that they're able to take a living cell and make it live immortally without any genetic modification. And why it matters, brother, why it matters for cultivated meat. Well, the finding removes a major cost and regulatory hurdle for cultivated beef, offering non-genetically modified path to stable cell lines. So again, I would suspect probably in our lifetime of food journeys, we're going to start seeing some of this food come to the planet that is, as Melissa said, it's still lab meat, right? So it's still modified.
Where we're going to end up is that as the middle class continues to disappear.
Oh, is it ever? Right? Holy fuck, does it ever?
So here's where we're going to end up with this. We're going to end up with the upper, which is way upper. The separation between the upper and lower class will be bigger than ever before.
Yes. Well, it's going to be separated by food, 100%.
Yeah, because the poor people won't be able to afford anything but the food that keeps them fucking zombies that keep fucking taking the drugs. The goddamn the upper class will be eating only whole, real, organic foods that nurtures their health. It's just going to take those two classes and spread them further out even yet again.
I hate to pull it out there, but I'll put it on. Why do you think the government was shut down for 45 days? Because you're trying to reclassify society on there's a classification happening around control. Oh, you want to eat? Oh, you want us to increase the food programs? You might want to bring your votes to our side of the fence. Good morning, Marty. We're having some great chats this morning on the big show. We're shaking, brother. Oh, he's mute.
He got it.
There he is.
See him reaching for his keyboard.
Yeah, that's it. He's just a rookie. He's figured it out. Hey. Good morning, brother. Where are you? What's going on, pal?
Can you hear me yet?
We got you now.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. How are you, pal?
I'm good. How are you?
We're great. Having some fun this morning on the big show itself.
Good, man. Good to hear, man.
We're talking conspiracies. We're talking immortal cows. We're talking the elimination of the penny. We're talking creatine, Marty. We're talking about the government saying what you can and cannot drink in your country. And now, here's one for Andersen, man. GLP-1 drugs reduce heart attack and stroke risk by 18%. John's like, I know. I fucking know. I've been telling everybody that for a long time.
But here's the thing. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from what you just said.
Yeah.
But if let's just say that a punch in the nose stops people from eating fucking McDonald's, that punch in the nose would do the same fucking thing.
Yes. So this one, new research finds that semaglutide, tirzepatide, not only treat diabetes and obesity, but also reduce major health risks. John, Marty, this analysis, and again, not just a couple people, that's why I want to talk about this one, of nearly 1 million adults with type 2 diabetes showed that semaglutide, and I know, John, you're a fan of semaglutide, heart attack.
Not a fan of semaglutide.
No, I'm sorry, tirzepatide. You like tirzepatide, right?
Yeah. No.
Oh, so which one?
Those are like the.
No, retatrutide. I'm sorry. I apologize. Retatrutide is your yes.
There we go.
Yeah, apologize for that.
Yeah, because the first two, I mean, they were just kind of jackhammers. You know?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, I got that. I spoke that wrong.
Retatrutide is more of like a system reprogrammer.
Okay. So this analysis, though, of nearly 1 million adults with type 2 diabetes showed that semaglutide cut heart attack and stroke risk by 18%, while tirzepatide reduced combined cardio events and death by 13% in colorectal cancer clients and reduced mortality by 15% versus 37% for non-users. So the bottom line is there's benefits to folks that are struggling with these challenges, right?
100%, bro.
And you
100%.
know it. We talk about it all the time. Hey, speaking of, what's your thoughts, Andersen and actually Marty, you too? The government has signed in. What is it? A bill to lower the prices on these products for Americans. John, does that affect your business at all?
No.
No way.
I mean, my business is to try to help people get this stuff that
yes
can't afford it.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, so they're reducing it considerably to like $150 a month or something like that for a shot.
Yeah, for a shot.
Oh yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, for a shot.
Rather than 150 for 10 shots.
Hey, Marty, do you like spiders?
No, I don't. I like Spider-Man, but I don't like spiders.
I fucking love Spider-Man. Who's your favorite superhero?
Come on, man. Batman.
I knew that. That's why I asked you that again. I know it's Batman.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, you like spiders, don't you? Yeah, you don't mind spiders.
I mean, I can't say I like them, but I'm not going to fucking squeal like a little bitch when I see one.
Well,
Johnny probably eats them.
If I had to, I would.
I guarantee there's probably a bit of time in his journey he has, Marty. Well, dudes, the world's largest web houses 110,000 spiders thriving in total darkness. There's a sulfur cave on the Greek-Albanian border. They found it in 2025, just recently. Guys.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Johnny.
That's scary.
But guys, 110,000 spiders, only over 1,100 square feet. John, how big's your house?
About 4 times that size.
Yeah, well, but that's exactly. So think of 111,000 spiders only
in my living room.
In your living room.
Insane.
Yeah. So DNA analysis revealed nearly 69,000 barn funnel weavers and 42,000 dwart sheet weavers sharing the space. So they've just created this big mass of silk web all over this fucking cave, man. I found it quite fascinating actually when I saw the story.
Dude, that would now that could give me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, that would give me the heebie-jeebies, Marty.
They have a video.
If it's the spider or whatever it is, if something's climbing on my skin.
Yeah, I hear. Hey, Jimmy, we don't have. I think we probably can grab one here, Jimmy. If you got a second to grab a video for us to throw it on here while I'm getting through it, let's do that here. Good morning, everybody. You're hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. Live morning conversation daily, 8:00 Eastern time, right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Hey guys, we did a little test this morning on the show.
The Albania border. We're talking a tangled web that could cover an entire apartment. Scientists discovered more than 100,000 spiders living together in what they're calling a real-life spider megacity. The web stretches over 1,000 square feet through a sulfur cave. Even stranger, it's home to 2 species that shouldn't get along. One, the barn funnel weaver, usually eats smaller spiders like the sheet weaver. But in the dark cave, with plenty of midges to feed on, the 2 species started cooperating instead of competing. Researchers say the spiders have already adapted to caves.
Yeah, so Melissa asked a good question. Did they
look like a fucking spider web? It looks like a fucking wool blanket.
Well, that's just it. Like when I saw that, it did.
That does not look like Charlotte's Web.
Not at all.
Did you know we watched Charlotte's Web at the house last night? Yeah, Brookie's Brooke's reading the book right now. So we put it on last night and we were watching Charlotte's Web. What a great classic movie. Hey, Marty, do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I think I read the book like in maybe elementary school or middle school.
You would have. 100% you would have. Yeah, what a great classic book, actually. Yeah. But yeah, John, when I first saw that video, it looked like one of those big, like a big blanket. Never mind a fucking web of spiders, like just all that netting, that weaving.
Yeah, dude, it looks like a fucking wool blanket.
Yeah. Hey, Marty, you might have missed before you walked into the lab this morning, but Johnny's still struggling with pork leftovers.
Fuck, dude.
Did you throw up again?
Oh, we lost him. He'll come back.
Who, me? Oh, Marty?
No, Marty's. Yeah, you see he's spinning. You see it?
No, I think it's on your side, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marty.
I couldn't hear him.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, did you throw up again, Johnny?
Yeah, a few times. say the least. My appetite was fucking gone, man. It was like every time I ate something. So I went and got my training. I did. Actually, I went and trained, got my training in. And then did a little bit of fucking work. Tara wanted to play pickleball. She fucking whooped my ass playing pickleball. I was fucking so tired. Came home, took a fucking nap. But every time I tried to eat, it just wasn't, my stomach wasn't having it. So that's why, that's just kind of one of those things where the body's trying to get rid of something. It doesn't want something else. So I'm trying to, definitely the feeling in my stomach is drastically reduced today. Now it's just a matter of playing catch up. When I get up and I don't take a dump, that tells you how little I ate.
Yeah, you might need to stay away from that because
yes,
that's not happening again, dude. Fuck.
Yes,
it was just like little bits, almost for flavor too. Fuck me. It wasn't like I ate a fucking plate of this shit.
So if Johnny's not dumping, we got an issue, Keith.
Yeah, exactly, Marty.
That's not the Johnny I know.
That's it. So here in Manitoba, there's a big pork farming industry, and there was a period of time here, maybe about 10 years ago, they did a heavy marketing campaign, guys, where Johnny, it was this whole idea that pork was the alternative white meat because it was eat chicken, right? So there was a big push to eat the pork and like a massive push to eat pork. So, Marty, do you eat a lot of pork?
Absolutely not.
You don't, eh? No?
Very rarely. I mean, just bacon, every now and then. It's not often at all. Yeah.
Well, if you can get like a true organic animal, it's not the actual pig that's the problem. It's what they've been feeding that fucker is the problem. And down here, guaranteed, it's not fucking organic pork.
Oh, I'm here too, dude. Up here too, 100%. And as Melissa said, they might as well say human is the new white meat alternative. Yeah, true story.
You know what's crazy when you travel to other countries and you see pigs there and then compare them to pigs here? They're so much smaller. Like pigs aren't even fat in other countries.
With cows.
Same with cows.
Same with cows too. Yep.
Dude, they look sick, but that's just the way a cow would look. In America, they're so fucking swole up. We're just used to seeing that.
Or even some chicken breasts that we get, eh? So you'll get some chicken breasts that are just plumply. You're like
insane.
You're like, Marty, how big was this chicken? If the breast is like fucking this big, right?
Yeah,
you're like,
is this a fucking turkey breast or a chicken breast?
Big back chicken.
Speaking of pooping, why does a great morning poop feel so good? Marty, I don't think I've ever known we were going to talk about shitting so much on this show since we met Andersen, but I love it because it's become a pillar.
It's the most I've ever talked about in my life.
It's actually a pillar of our morning show, which is bowel movements. But I want to unpack the science of poophoria, what your gut, nerves, and brain are doing, and what that daily says about your men's health, and why it's tied to like that first movement in the morning. It's essentially that physical relief, right? As the colon fills. And John, I've been thinking more about this since I've been hanging out with you, like how the stomach stretches and the bowel stretch. But as the colon fills, its walls stretch and creates discomfort. And the bowel movement releases the pressure, reducing background stress and restoring comfort. It's actually literally scientifically as simple as that, right? The bag is full. The bag's like, Johnny, you're full. You got to release it. And then the vagus nerve gets manipulated, and it makes you go, basically, right? I'm oversimplifying it, but that's really the conversation.
And it's also fucking waste.
Yes.
So if someone gets constipated and they can't take a dump for multiple days, they'll start feeling like sick, like toxic sick.
Yes. When Lauren and I traveled to, we did Kilimanjaro, or was it Iceland or one? She never had a movement for like 5 days, 6 days. And psychological thing, right? Which was this idea of going and sitting in a public setting or in a can or in an outhouse, or this psychologically being backed up. I had nothing but empathy for her, man. I was feeling for her. Actually, I think it was in Inca Trail when we did Peru here, this back picture. Because when we go back to the hotel room after that trip, I could see the relief she had after she was able to go and spend some quiet time. Right, like John, let's talk. So, John, have you found yourself constipated for a number of days? And I'm being serious right now. Where you're like, what the fuck's going on with me?
No,
never, eh?
No. Well, I mean, because part of it is because when I feel like I gotta go, I fucking go.
Yes.
And so it's like if I sat there and fucking held it, it might happen. But I mean, I'll take a dump where I gotta take a dump. You know,
well, yes, we know.
I don't like to fucking do it in places like a nasty bathroom, but you know, I can leaving all that shit in me literally is far of a bigger consequence in my mind than sitting in a fucking nasty bathroom to get it out.
Yeah. Lauren, Iceland, I looked 5 months pregnant. It was true, man. Like her belly was all expanded. And I remember, and I could just see the discomfort she was in. And we were in a new relationship, but I can just tell you, man, when we got back, I can only imagine that relief. I've never had those challenges. Marty, I don't know about you, man, but when I got to go, I got to go. I'm pretty good with it.
Yeah, I had some when I was a kid, I think.
Oh, you did, eh? Seriously? Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I was
really?
Like 5 years old.
Like backed up? Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was bad.
Well, so Brookie was kind of the same. You know, she was she just had some struggles with just like hard stool and so forth, right? So we had to keep getting liquids into her so that it could keep, you know, it was painful for her, right? Yeah. So but I don't mind having this conversation because it's one of those conversations that nobody else want to talk about, yet it affects all of us. It affects every single human being. Right? It's math, it's science, it's life, right? So, all right, guys, listen, you're hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty here on Mornings Live with Keith, John, and friends. Let's do this. Let's do a lifestyle tip with Andersen. We'll do a reset on hour 2. We'll come back and keep the conversation going with myself, Marty, and Johnny this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Let's do it, Jimmy.
All right, this one is kind of going off the last 36 hours for me. So if you've been watching the show, I ate some pork that's really fucked me up, excuse my language. But here's the thing. Yes, I've been uncomfortable. Yes, I've been throwing up. But it doesn't mean that I got to put everything on hold. It doesn't mean that I have to disengage from my life. Why? I mean, number one, I like my life. Some people use being sick as a reason to totally detach or unplug. But here's the message. We're going to go through, let's just use this example, this issue with the pork I ate, as anything that can take you off track. Here's the message. Just keep showing up. It doesn't have to be your best day. It just has to be another day you show up. My training yesterday was definitely subpar, but I got it in. I was able to get through my day and still be productive, knowing that was the case, but also knowing that I would feel better by staying on track as best I could. So again, simplify the message. No matter what's going on, it doesn't have to be your best day. It just has to be another day you show up. Rock and roll.
All right, fellas, quick reset for hour 2. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Marty, and all of our friends. If you've been with us since the top, you know we've been talking about a lot of fun stuff here today. We talked about the emotional goodbye to the penny. I got to talk to Marty about this one. Marty, the penny's gone, man. Pennies out the window, Marty. No more pennies. Pennies are gone. They're just done. We talked about the hemp drink crackdown in the States. GLP is helping folks. GLP-1 is helping folks reduce some heart risks. And we talked also about the 110,000 spider cave. And we're going to get into hour 2 here, deep dive with myself, Marty, and Johnny. We're going to get into the morning mindset mistake that men's make, and a few other things to get after. But let's just look over at Marty here. And Marty, before we run the deep dive, I want to talk to Marty about the penny. Marty, the penny's gone. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm not surprised. Nobody pays with pennies anymore. Everything's digital now. Like, you don't. Yeah. A lot of times, I forget my wallet to even bring it to the store because I could use my phone. So, I mean, that's not really a surprise to me. So they're just not making them anymore, or are stores not accepting them anymore?
Nope, not making them, brother. It costs 4 cents to make a 1 cent penny. So
it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
That's exactly it, right? And just the economics don't work. So they got rid of it here in Canada a number of years ago. Marty, they got rid of the penny, and they got, and I believe the nickel I think the nickel's gone here in Canada too. I think I can't remember now. This shows you how much change that I'll spend. I hate having change in my pocket, right? So the nickel was first. I'm sorry, the penny was first. Nickel is next, and then Marty. The other topic the big topic we threw on the table this morning. The current event topic was I don't know. You may know about this, but so the hemp laws in the United States had some loopholes in them, which enabled beverage makers to make hemp drinks that had THC in them. Well, the government closed that loophole today. They're basically saying that if you want to buy a hemp drink, it's got to follow certain regulations. The point of the story is the government, whether it's in my country or your country, is still saying what you can and cannot have.
Is this because they want to get like some type of benefit from it, or they're not getting a benefit from it?
What's that?
I said, is this because they're not getting a certain benefit from it, like a tax benefit, or everything's about money?
I think that's exactly the reason why, right? Because there was
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
That's funny because I go back to Petro's comments, follow the money, right? Which is, there's a loophole there. Well, I guess we better make sure that we get some money out of it. Jamie Newsted joining us from Australia with Shaken Brother. I got to see you there. Australia's house prices are now 17 times the yearly wage. Wow. That's crazy, man. Well, I just talked about the gap. The gap's happening in the world, man. The gap is big time exploding. And Lauren drops in and says, read an article on the penny in the Washington Post this morning. Stores will round up or round down and will still accept pennies in the foreseeable future. Yes. Okay. There you go. There you go. So
I'm still not paying with pennies though. That take too long. If somebody behind me, it's inconvenient in my opinion.
I was joking with Johnny earlier that anybody building a gazillion square foot addition to their house just down the road from you, I don't think plans on leaving it anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, and I say that because the United States is going through a massive financial policy change. Like there's changes happening in the financial industry in the States. And
did you see the 50-year mortgage?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
That's not good, Marty.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's not good. It's gonna put you guys worse behind the eight ball.
It is. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna happen too. So
I know. Kevin O'Leary came out, the Mr. Wonderful there from Shark Tank Canadian guy. He's like, what are you doing, man with orange hair? That's not what America needs. Like to save people $200 a month over so many years. That's just not a that's a problem waiting to massively happen in the future.
I think I saw like a $400,000 house is going to end up being like 1.3 million if you take that 50-year mortgage.
Yeah, that gap is exploding, man. The gap is getting wider and wider and wider and wider.
It is,
it is. And we got Frank Seeds coming in. We just took a major L in the United States when it comes to the THC. Even Frank, you're absolutely right, man. I take interest in this. Well, Marty knows. I've told Marty. I've lost millions of dollars in the cannabis industry that did not come to life over the last number of years. I expected for it to have been federally legalized by now, and I expected that my bank account was going to reflect that. Well, unfortunately, Johnny, you'll get this. I had to take the losses on my stocks in order to gain the benefits from those stock losses instead of the other way around. You know what I mean there, right? Which is okay. I'll never forget that call. Okay, we got a bunch of losses we got to take. Are we getting rid of this? I'm like, I guess we are, right? So, yeah.
Hey, real quick, back to the 50-year mortgage.
Oh, yeah.
I heard that when I was out making my next water bottle of creatine. So here's the thing. It's only the fucking idiot that signs the fucking paper that has to use it.
You're right. It's definitely a choice.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I mean,
true, but if you put something in front of the fucking idiot to do it, enough idiots are going to walk up and sign the paper. And then what happens, John, over time, enough idiots have got more paper signed that don't have. And then the scales tip where the idiots are controlling the situation and the markets collapse.
Okay, brother. So if you fucking shoot yourself in the head, is it the fucking gun's fault?
In 2025, yes.
Well, that's my point, man. Anytime you use, people need to understand debt. That's the problem. They don't understand debt. Debt that you have to pay for is no good. Debt that pays you is good. Period. End of story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're going to have debt that you don't pay for, that you have to pay for, excuse me, there's so many ways to, like that let's just say a regular 30-year mortgage, right? Let's just real rounded figures. Let's say it's a $1,500 monthly note. If you pay an extra 25%, that thing fucking turns into like a 15, a 17. So you can knock this shit down so easily. Just don't fucking stretch yourself. What people should be doing is getting that 30-year or getting that 50-year with the idea I'm going to pay a shitload more, but if things get tight, I can fall back to saving that if I need to.
Here's something else to consider. And Marty, looking at you, brother, because you're our young buck here in the crew here, which I love because you can keep things real in today's world. People should stop fucking buying houses. It's not 1930s, man. There's something to be said for paying for what you use. There's something to be said for renting. There's something to be said for not owning. There's something to be said for letting your money leverage and make money over here while, like Marty, don't go buy a house. There's no reason for you to go buy a house. Go and find a place to live, go pay for your use and invest your money wisely. Now that's a controversial discussion that when Keith and John were raised, which was, well, no, you got to own your house. You got to get the mortgage paid off.
But you got to clear up the language. Go buy your house. Don't fucking get some stupid mortgage that's going to pay. You make it's going to have to pay 300% for it.
No, but I don't agree with that either. Like, so I got a mortgage on my house because I got my money working for me. So I got a mortgage on my house because I'm making more money in the markets than I got on paying my mortgage. So I took my money that I had on I took the money that I had on my mortgage. I invested into the markets.
Is that kind of like the loss in the weed market you just told us about? Is that part of that money?
No, but it was a strategy we undertook years ago, which was
I totally get it. But it doesn't always fucking work out.
I get that as well. Yes,
100%. You own a piece of property. Now, granted, you never own anything.
No,
you got to fucking pay property taxes. You got to fucking pay insurance, all this shit. But that there's going to be a benefit of the value of that house increasing over time when you're not fucking paying all this massive interest. That makes sense. So the way I look at it is I would rather own but not have paper on it, not have a mortgage. That makes sense.
100%. And like I said, there's different philosophies that ultra wealthy humans. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of them. Ultra wealthy humans typically will carry mortgages because they're just leveraging properties. Right. In
the ultra wealthy, I guess it depends on how ultra we're talking about, because some are so ultra, the money doesn't matter.
Well,
but say the Grant Cardones of the world, he'll say you're stupid to own a home, rent.
I don't disagree with that.
You got to understand what model are you subscribed to in your life. See, for him,
well, that's a fair question too.
He's in real estate, so it doesn't make any sense when you're paying this. Let's just say he's going to have he would have a $10,000 mortgage, let's say,
yes,
right? Or $10,000 whatever. He could take that money and so much more, right? He would never have a mortgage either way. But my point is that he looks at every fucking dollar that he puts into real estate needs to make him money back. That's his model. That's how he lives.
Well, and with you guys in the United States, it's different here in Canada. I believe you guys can write your interest off on your mortgage. So your interest payments get written off. That's not the same here in Canada. So even a better advantage for a wealthy individual, right? Where your interest is getting written off, you're using your write-offs, and you're accumulating an asset. For me, John, it's more about a mindset shift when I look at a guy like Marty growing up, right? Which is the world's going to become more digital. The question of quote unquote ownership becomes more ambiguous, right? So if Marty can accumulate wealth while at the same time having a high quality life, having somewhere to live, having a vehicle to drive, to me, it's about redefining what ownership and what wealth means. Because you and I, John, were raised in a way which was own your house, no have a mortgage, and actually in many ways, John, race to retirement. I know you don't subscribe to that. I know you're a pay-per-use kind of guy, and it's just it's a different way of thinking.
Well, I think it all comes down to your life model. Like,
yes.
I'm a risk taker. I've always been a risk taker.
Yes.
So if I take a fucking huge risk and everything fucking lands on its face,
yes,
I still got 2 fucking houses that I can live in.
Well, so that's fair too. Yeah. Well, so I'm the same. I'm a risk taker too. Like, fuck, if my cannabis stocks would have exploded, we might not be having this conversation right now.
Yeah, I've got enough shit that's paid for. If everything fucking hits the fucking floor,
yes,
I have the stability. I'll have the stability to rebuild. I'm not going to be on the fucking street.
Yeah, and that's
versus if I didn't own shit and all the cards fell, I would be on the street.
But that also goes back to, you know, if you're building a business or doing your own thing, never fucking take your life savings out. Like, just don't. To John's point,
you want to spend someone else's money, not yours.
100%. Absolutely.
It all comes down to the life model when we kind of get into this, you know.
Yes.
But all goes back to the mortgage. We've been sold this fucking bill that owning a home is the American dream and the retirement.
That's bullshit.
All that's fucking doing is paying the banks. Unless you take a slightly different approach to it, which is okay. Yes, I want to own a home. I want the security of owning a home, but I don't want to fucking pay 3 times. So I'm going to go through this mortgage process a little differently than it's been sold to me.
It's the same thing if Marty came to you and said, hey, Keith, I'm thinking about getting a student loan for school. I'd say you're a fucking idiot. Like, do not go and put yourself $100,000 into debt for a student loan for something you're not going to get back. Like, the student loan situation in America and Canada is fucked right now. We have kids putting themselves into hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for what? To have an AI take its job?
10 is a down payment. Nobody has a $10,000 more, loan. It's all fucking hundreds.
Marty, Johnny, I was talking to Pipes yesterday. Here's what I'm paying for her to go to private school to learn yesterday. Labeling a fucking map where California is. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? She goes, yeah, we were labeling. What, labeling? Exactly, Marty. Exactly. I'm like, so what are they teaching about AI or about life skills or about? No, we're learning how to label where. There's actually, I spent today labeling where California is. I go, well, you know California. She goes, yeah, I know where California is. But that's what they did, Marty. That's what they fucking did in school. Labeling, like actually 1980, taking stickers and writing on the sticker and putting it onto a physical map. Now, listen, I'm a digital guy. I got no problem with the physical stuff. To me, it's just what we're teaching our kids. What the fuck is that?
That's not challenging her at all.
What is she learning, Marty, with that?
Well, you know, the sad part is that some fucking kids are probably learning from that.
Well, you're right, John, but what kind of life skills are we teaching our kids with that? Like,
I agree. You're raising your kids at a different level than most, for sure.
Jamie Newstead, coming from Australia, says they did the same thing in Australia with letting people borrow 95% of the money. Well, Jamie, the same thing's going to happen with 50-year mortgages here. Marty's going to walk up and say, yeah, I want a fucking 75-year mortgage. I'll put $500 down for my $5 million house, right? And then he comes back and says, I believe in health stocks and renting instead of buying a house because it costs too much in tax in Australia. Yeah, it's a crazy time the world is going through right now. Hey, changing gears. Do you know what AM and PM actually means, Marty?
Well, real quick on that whole tax thing, listen to this.
Yeah.
So we're in my house in Mexico, right? It's a nice little spread. It's not like the one in California.
Yeah.
But it's a main house. It's a guest house. It's a bar that seats 12. It's got a, detached garage.
Yes.
Wall around the whole thing. So it's a nice little spread.
Yes.
You know what? At this lot and the lot next door, which I bought, so nobody could block my view of the Sea of Cortez. You know what these two cost me per year in property tax?
I'm just quick math here. Yes. I don't know, $5,000, $6,000?
Less than $200.
What? Yeah. For the whole year?
The whole fucking year.
For two properties?
2. That's how the property tax here is just about free. It's unbelievable. No, I mean, but Terry was like, she goes, at some point, I'd love to have like a fucking hobby farm or a horse.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fucking fun. I was like, well, we do that. We're going to buy that thing in Mexico because it's almost free for property taxes. You get something like that in fucking Montana. Oh my God. You're talking $2,000 a month for the property tax. Down here, you'd be fucking talking, $200 a month. It's like taking a zero off.
Yeah, Marty, you've been to my house. You've seen where I live. You've seen my property here. So my property taxes here, Marty, are give or take around $600 a month. Not a lot of money.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No. So Johnny, I got a 5,000 square foot house, 15. I got an acre and a half of property here, right? So these taxes, if I was to move just inside of the city, you're probably looking at doubling, tripling that. So Marty, you know where I live? I live just outside of Winnipeg. But that just shows you the perspective. I loved Elon's comment this last week. He's like, the government is the greatest racket on earth, because everything you do to live in a country is just taxed, right? You make money, you're taxed on it. You buy something, you're taxed on it. It's just the tax is just the greatest racket for governments. There's just you cannot get away from getting taxed on any of the money you make, Marty, at all.
Yeah, you got a tax on breathing nowadays.
Well, fucking right, you do.
Crazy.
You got to tax those carbs that are floating through the air that Andersen talked about. Like, oh my God, I got to run from the carbs because they're taxed.
But it all comes down to the model of what model of your life did you choose?
Yeah. Speaking of models, John Petrocelli jumping in saying, if a course at any level, kindergarten to PhD, doesn't change your life in some important way, it's time to replace that course with something that does. As simple as that sounds, he's so right. Unfortunately, society puts us into lanes and says, okay, John, okay, Marty, you go to high school, you go to college, you do this, here's your courses, and we have a difficult time unless we have a clip like that lady from yesterday who says to her teacher, fuck you, I'm here to learn.
That clip is insane.
That was really good. What a fun show here today, guys. Hey, here's something before we wrap up here together. So I kind of knew this, but didn't know this until I spent some time digging into it. Do you know what AM means, John? Or PM, Marty?
Well, I know what we think it means, but what does it actually mean?
Yeah. So, Marty, do you know?
I don't.
Did you ever know or ever curious? Like, I know you were curious about it, but so we've been using AM and PM our entire life. Well, it's actually breaking it down in, Matty Roof is paying attention. And if anybody likes the Tragically Hip here, I do, I'm a Canadian boy. The anti-meridium it stands for AM, and then PM is post-meridium. So when you understand that AM literally means before midday, and then PM literally means after midday, time stops feeling like a fog. But it originated from AM, PM, and it's been used forever. But I would guarantee you most human beings have no idea, no clue what the hell AM, PM means.
PM for most people is the fucking convenience store.
Yeah.
Snack time.
Snack time at the AM PM store. Oh my God, that's pretty good. Andersen, what are you doing today, brother? What do you got going on today? You got guests coming in today? No.
Yeah. I'm going. When I shut this thing down, I'm going to get a little fucking nap.
I'm going to get you out of here shortly. What do you got going on today, Marty?
Man, just clients, work, kicking ass, nothing special. No, let me stop. Damn it. Johnny, don't get me. Johnny, don't get me. God damn it. Johnny got me. Every day is special, baby. Every day is special. If I get to breathe, it's special, baby.
You're building, brother. You're building your kingdom.
Yeah, it's just like monotonous, man. Just the same shit every day, pretty much.
No, it's not. You know who you sound like? You sound like.
I wasn't saying it.
What was the chick that came out early on the show? What was her name?
I wasn't saying it like that, man.
Good. Because she used to say that shit, and I used to fucking like, God damn it, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We're on a show. We're preaching the opposite, and you're on here fucking saying that shit. What is wrong?
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I wasn't saying it in a negative way.
So I'll say this is a joke. I love you, Flinner, but there's a reason Flynn's not around anymore because we do a morning show, and if you're not part of the morning show, then it's probably not.
No, because then it's boring and yeah. What the fuck are you talking about, lady? She has all the ability to just fucking kick ass and roast life, but somehow, some way, that whole, the routines and stuff, she just never got a grip on.
She made a great post I saw yesterday. She's doing some great work at a great speaking conference. Love you, Flinner. We're giving you some gears over here on Morning's Lab with Keith, John, and Marty. Season strength, leaning into gratitude. I love when we see gratitude, right? Here's the second word that he chooses, right? You guys can see it. I get to go teach the future of America. I love that season because that's when I see the word get, that tells me that you have lots of love for what you do. That's awesome. You get to do that, man. You're grateful for that. That's fucking so cool, dude. That is so cool. So, all right. Well, so listen, why don't I get you guys out of here a little bit early here this morning? Johnny, you go get your nap in. Although, hold on. Maybe one last thing here.
Real quick for Flynn, I was just giving you some those are some ribs of love.
Oh, absolutely.
I got a quick question for Johnny though.
Yeah.
I tried the rack pull 495 yesterday, failed, but I did it with 475 with no problem.
Ooh.
What you got for me, Johnny?
Go start fucking working off the floor.
All right, bet. Yeah, we'll do that. That's what I needed.
We all need something.
Time to go to the floor.
Rather than working on a shorter movement, start working on a longer stroke. You know,
We'll
and then
do.
when you get to the floor, then put a couple of fucking plates. Now you're going from a deficit. Now you're changing shit.
Got you. All right.
Yeah, it's like a bench press. You see the fucking guy doing this?
He's saying shit.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
Well, that's why I had the conversation a few weeks ago about depth of a bench press. And John, you're like, are we actually talking about depth on a bench press? Yeah. Yes, because I've seen enough dudes do the fucking.
Kidding me? Yeah, depth of a bench press doesn't belong in any level of an educated fitness conversation.
I agree.
You know how I finished my workout today, Andersen? I finished with one of my favorites, dips, man. I went dips to failure. I loved it. I did a shoulder workout today, and I did dips to failure, and it was such a fun way to wrap up my workout this morning. Just got on there, just kept going. I was like, okay, I can't do no more, and got off, and I was done.
Good. But Marty, you're going to see when you start going from the floor or from a deficit, you're going to get a lot more for every bit of your effort is going to give you a larger return, and that's what you're after.
There you go, Marty. There's knowledge and nuggets from John Andersen this morning, Mr. Christopher Martin.
You see, man, I got to be coachable too, you know?
Yeah, 100% you do. Absolutely. Hey, Marty, do you ever, as the nights go on, do you find that when you dig into the fridge later on in the night, because I know you might every now and then, maybe you just do every now and then, do you think that food tastes a little better later on in the night? Because I know Keith and John, when we were in our husky stages, and I know sometimes even when I have the battles, I think that food does taste better as I get closer to later in the night. And I'm being serious here because we're tired. The carbohydrates are talking. The brain is talking. Psychologically, it's like, oh, hey, that's going to taste better, even though it's just fucking you right up. You know what I'm talking about, Marty? Those feelings?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. After 7, 8, I don't eat.
Good for you. Yeah.
I can't relate, man. I promise you. When 7 o'clock hits, I'm pretty much done for the day. So,
good for you. That's a good habit, man. Good for you. Yeah.
I can't relate to you, man. But
no, but I'm glad I'm glad to hear that. So you don't battle those you don't battle kitchen noise ever, eh?
Nah, I probably haven't been like eating late like that, and probably since college or earlier in my 20s.
Good for you. Good for you.
So sorry, man.
No.
I'm with Johnny on this one.
Yeah, no, it's good because I know there's sometimes I'll go to the fridge and I feel like it tastes a little better as the night goes on a little later, and it doesn't. It's a psychological thing. It's the same thing, John, when we're tired, we don't get our sleep in, and we go chase carbohydrates and bad food the next day. There's science attached to it, right? It's your body saying, go eat the shitty food because your brain is saying you're tired. You need to go.
Kind of like my brain saying you're fucking tired. Go eat some shitty food. Get off this fucking show. Go take a nap.
See you, John.
See you guys. Have a good loop, my brother.
I love you, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Marty, you missed the chat a couple days ago with the dude that was on our show. Marty, he coached 80,000 men on how not to come.
What?
Like taking guys down a path of 30 minutes of sexual activity and then just leaving the lid on the volcano and walking away down the mountain.
What's the purpose?
Well, to reconnect with your partner and reconnect in a more intimate way and not always rush to blowing the volcano lid off.
But wouldn't she be a little upset if the volcano doesn't erupt?
Well, according to this gentleman's research, that's not always the case. As long as as long as the ladies' needs are met, maybe the volcano does it.
I'm just gonna tell you this. in my experience, she'd be a little pissed off. She'd take that a little personal. That's just my experience, though.
It was a fascinating conversation, man. I was, he talks, Matt Cook. He teaches men on how to re-engage in intimacy in relationships without actually clearing the nut.
Okay, interesting.
Hey, it takes all types to make the world go around, brother. You know, we both know it.
I'm always interested to learn something new, so I'd say that.
Although I can tell you, I will not be taking up his teachings.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something I do either.
And then we talked about soul life expectancy work too, and it's like, no, I don't really do that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to take those teachings too because I could use those teachings. Because I need to blow the volcano in order to sometimes make decisions. Because sometimes if I'm trying to make decisions and the volcano's all bunged up, it's like burly. It's like I can't focus. I got to just let the hatch blow.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Exactly. Hey, did a little test today on the show, man. I'll talk to my YouTube buddy here. Little test this morning. So we're going to talk business in front of the whole nation right now. So I've been studying and watching 3 sources so typically how we build the show is we lean into topics that are part of our pillars. No different than when you build your show for the Greatest Fitness Podcast, the See More to Fit podcast. When you pick your topics, you research them, you pick them, and you know they're somewhat relevant for the show, right? Well, I've been doing a little bit of research, and we've been building our show based on topics around the pillars, right? So, like for example, morning mindset and stuff that make mistakes men make, and things like that. But I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna do a little pivot here. So this morning, we pulled the entire rug out and changed everything at about 3:00 this morning. We changed the titles and changed the thumbnails and leaned into the 2 big current events, the THC news and the penny news. And our numbers on today's show, like this. So okay. I don't know, a little test. We're going to keep watching because what I might do is we might actually be just leaning into more current of, because YouTube's like, okay, well, if you guys are talking about this, we're going to bring people here. Because here's what we've learned. We've learned this on this show. All we need to do is to get somebody to here. Once we get them here and they hear us talking and they hear our conversation, in my experience, they usually stick around. They come back. We get a subscriber, we get a member, and they come back and enjoy the show. And then they stick around for a long time. I was sitting back with a friend of mine who built a YouTube channel. He was talking about our average watch times. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll have people stick around for up to 2 hours. He's like, what? I go, yeah, people come and they'll hang around for an hour, 2 hours. Like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah. And
another thing, too, for you, pal, was doing some research on YouTube yesterday as well. As we know, YouTube's the biggest video platform on the planet, celebrating its 20-year anniversary, 20-year birthday recently. Stats, the trends are, and you know this, but I'm just going to reiterate it because we're doing it here in the lab. Stats are more and more people are watching YouTube on television, widescreen. Yep. More and more people are leaning into myself. Yeah, and more people are tuning into long form style content. So if I can encourage you one thing just to consider, pal, because we're doing it, and I know you are, but just to give you some continual encouragement and to give you confidence, I fucking love your detective stuff.
Thanks, man.
I would really encourage you to turn that into and keep working on turning it into like a long form type series.
Yep.
Right. Or maybe you're thinking that already where it's dropping once a week.
I'm working on it. Yep.
Beautiful. Because it's good. Something else I read and Petro and all the guys and Maddie and all the guys that are my age listening right now. What's also happening is that there's boomers and there's the Gen Z and the Gen Xers are kind of going, we miss our Saturday morning kind of cartoons. So what I think you might start seeing, and I know we're looking at doing it here too, is releasing content like Saturday mornings. Maybe a little nostalgic, maybe a little bit to kind of lean into that demographic that's looking for it.
Yeah.
Right. I know you didn't grow up with it. I did. Maybe you did a little bit with some of that, but I remember Saturday morning cartoons.
I did. I had that. I had that in my childhood.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cat dog, SpongeBob.
Yeah. These are gone now, Marty. It's kind of that mindset's gone, right? So, but yeah, wide, long form television. And go ahead.
I was going to say, it's they have to be gone because if I make a SpongeBob joke to my client that's 12 years old and she gets it, that means it's dead.
Yes.
There's nothing new going on. So that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
It is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, 100%. Petro. Oh my, seriously, where in the hell is Droopy Dog on Saturday mornings? Yeah, exactly. It's exactly it. And Mike Sullivan, what can we do to be a better MITL member besides hit like, subscribe? Yes. So my goal is to keep giving you guys content. I got a guy that I interviewed last night. I think he's going to be joining the team to help us be making content. Marty, you've been spending time in Veo. Fuck, Veo just keeps getting better. You notice it?
I haven't been on Veo.
Dude, man.
Really? All right, I'm gonna get on there too, because
not as in dude to you, but I'm saying dude just generic, like just how quick the updates are happening and how quick.
Really?
It's like if you step away for a week or two, you're kind of having to go back and relearn a bunch of shit. But they're making it really easy to make great content. But here's the thing too, right? And that's why I'm liking your detective stuff. The bar's really easy for your mom or my mom to make content. Game changers when you tell stories, when you make your Detective Marty. And you take me down a journey with a story instead of just a little clip. That to me is that's the game changer. Right?
I want a Johnny, Keith, and C. Marty cartoon.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Well, hey.
We should do that shit.
I'm working on it. True story. That's why I was asking you for your character images, because I've created the Mornings family. And I haven't shared much with you, but the Mornings family is my mom and dad are our parents, Gladys and Brian. And then you got the three brothers from different mothers, Keith, John, and Marty. Okay. And they're the Mornings family. Marty morning, Keith morning, John morning, Gladys morning, Brian morning. And I've kind of created this morning kind of character thing. And my goal is to release like a cartoon type AI type series with us. So yeah, I'm with you, pal. So back in July when I was doing a bunch of testing and I saw the response to it, that's when I stopped and I said, okay, I see the opportunity here. I need to go build foundation so we can move forward, or else we were going to get the foundation built, right? So
yeah, I was gonna say, shoot me a text. Just tell me what you need from me again, because
I will for sure.
I'm not gonna be able to find that text.
I got you.
All right, cool.
Okay, brother, I'm gonna walk out of here. I'm gonna do the community corner with Maya Reyes and keep the show rock and rolling so we can wrap it up in about 20 minutes or so.
All right, man. I see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's what, Friday? Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be here.
Say hi to mom.
Will do. All right.
All right, brother. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, let's walk the young man out of the lab here. You're left with the handsome chief himself. That's me. Yep. What's shaking, nation? What is shaking, everybody? Hey, listen, the phone lines are open. They are 431-300-3005. If you don't phone right now, send me a text, send me a voicemail. I'm going to keep banging them. It's important for me to have this phone line for you guys to want to connect. Whether you do or you don't, it's more so about opening up the opportunity that we have a place to connect after the show. So we can connect on the show, but after the show, if you guys need to drop something, please, 431-300-3005 will get us connected into the conversation here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. Just looking through my topics that we've gotten through here today. One of the things that we did not get in here today is running toward change. And I think this is one that we're going to get after here for a few minutes here this morning, because I, as a leader, have enjoyed doing this with my team over the years. And I think the best way to summarize this, Jimmy will run the clip after I open the sentence, is you ever noticed how firefighters, they just run into burning buildings calmly? Well, today we're going to show you why simulating crisis at home, at work, and in your head can build that same calm under pressure for real life.
You see firefighters stroll into flames like it is routine. Meanwhile, one vague email sends grown men into full internal meltdown. Most men wait until everything breaks, then find out they fold under pressure because they never practice proper chaos beforehand. In a crunch, everyone slides into a role: captain, mouthpiece, or shock absorber. You might claim one, but your body selects another. Run pretend emergencies now, power cut, kid sick, boss missing, and you will discover every weak hinge in your system. Real resilience is not inspirational quotes. It is rehearsed calm, legs moving forward while your heart rate is trying to negotiate.
Tests, preparedness, safety. Do you guys test stuff around your house? Do you think about what would happen if you had a fire at your home? Or do you think about what would happen if you had an invader in your home? Or do you think about what the worst thing could happen at work? I don't know if enough of us do, actually. I don't. I don't know, right? So maybe some things that I'm just putting on the table today for us all to consider is thinking about these, testing preparedness safely, like putting these tabletop drills, these red team walkthroughs with our team, with our family, with our colleagues. I did this back in my old ICUC days, walking my team through situations that were probably never going to happen. I remember people saying to me, but Keith, this is not going to happen. I'm like, yeah, but it's my job as a leader to prepare us for if it does. Again, my experience shows me and tells me that too often we don't do the preparedness stuff because we don't think it's going to happen. And then when it does, it's like, oh, how do we deal with this? Because the reality is this, guys, adaptability is a skill. I know we take it for granted, but it is. Good simulations add curveballs. Key person unavailable. Oh, but this person had this task. They're not here. Okay, well, we're going to have to figure out who's going to take it on. A couple weeks ago, we had an unfortunate loss in the Mornings in the Lab family. And as a result, Jimmy had to step away. So I had to pick up some balls. Melissa picked up some balls. We all picked up some balls. So that adaptability was a skill, right? And what happened then, too, is that team trust grows in the reps. So we go through that situation. All of a sudden, okay, there's some trust building because we went through something together. The simulation. Simulations, you guys, in my experiences, they surface hidden assumptions. Speaking of assumptions, here's a tip for you guys. If you're meeting somebody new for the first time, or you're working with somebody new for the first time, or going through a working situation with somebody for the first time, have an assumption meeting with them. And you're like, what? Tip. Sit down in front of that person and talk about all the assumptions you had about them. Yes. And then have them repeat all the assumptions they made about you. And then correct each other, then move forward. Because I'm telling you, if you work with people in an environment, but you don't work actually clearly with them, but you just see them around, you're like, I see that person over there. And this guy's name was Walter when I was working. His name was Walter. And I would see Walter doing his thing, and Keith was doing his thing. And I assumed that I knew him. I assumed. Yeah, true story. And I assumed that there were certain characteristics that he had. True story. But then as we sat down and talked, and I put those assumptions on the table, he's like, actually, no, Keith, you're wrong. I was like, oh, thank you. And then he made his assumptions about me. And I said, no, actually, no, Walter, you're wrong. He's like, okay, thank you. Assumptions meetings, guys, are some of the best meetings you can have because it allows you to set, remove, create boundaries by removing the assumptions and putting the facts on the table, allowing you to have a really wonderful relationship on day one based on facts and realities instead of based on assumptions. Think about it. Think about it. And if you do a testing type simulation with your family, your friends, your work, what's also going to happen, guys, is that confidence. The confidence is going to compound. Yep. That each successful drill that you do, the rep you put in, you're like, okay, well, it's working. Okay, well, I did this. Now Jimmy did it. All right, now Melissa did it. Hey, it's working, right? When we leave that simulation, we all know that if we're put into it, we're going to be able to handle it. So guys, I would invite you to consider running towards that change, running towards the fire, running towards a catastrophe. Simulate it. Simulate the crisis to build resilience. You know who's resilient? Our very own Maya Reyes. True story. She gets up, gets after it, out there in the Mornings in the Lab communities, out there on YouTube, LinkedIn, Substack, finding great stories for us to share, finding great conversations for us to put on the table to share with you guys, finding great humans that are doing some really cool stuff that we can create dialogue around. So, Maya, who are we getting after today in the community corner this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends?
What if working less made you more valuable? Saying no moved you up faster? And your scars were actually your strongest credentials? Welcome back to the Community Corner, fellas, where we connect YouTube, Substack, and LinkedIn on Mornings in the Lab. Today, we're poking at 3 sacred squirrels: grind culture, promotion politics, and the idea that only clean resumes count. Let's dig into it, handsome chief.
All right, you guys can join the show with us live right now. The phone lines are absolutely open. It's a little different when Drew doesn't call in, Neiman. Like, hey, where's Drew? All right, so here's the thing. I know Drew's listening. What's shaking, Drew? 431-300-3005. Yeah, you guys can join the show with us live right now. And if you're joining the show on demand later, I got an invitation for you. We go live. And then what we do is we take the live show and put it behind the members wall because we want you to join the live show with us. Yes. So if you hear the show on demand, thank you for listening on demand. What we really want to have you do is join the live conversation with us so you can join and give feedback, receive feedback, and be a part of the conversation we have here every single morning, live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network with myself, John Andersen, C. Marty Fit, a.k.a. Christopher Martin, and of course, Maddie Roof kicking it off every single day at 7:30 right here on the network. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get into this topic here, which is over in the community corner. Probably help if I press this button instead of that button. That's how things open up. Yeah. True story. All right. YouTube. Work less, produce more. Is that what we all want to do? The travel productivity secret. Well, Jake H. Woods. I'm sorry, Jack H. Woods. He spent 2 months traveling. Good for you, Jack. He worked fewer hours. He produced more output and he felt happier. True story. Sullivan crushing the tuna fish sandwich. I love it. Low sugar oatmeal while watching a Mornings in the Lab cartoon. Dude, I'm going to get all after that for us, man. We're going to create some morning cartoons for us. That's good times. But listen, Woods worked few hours, produced more output, felt happier, and he had an epiphany as I'm working through the burps. True story, Jimmy. Yep, that. His epiphany? Productivity isn't about long hours. It's about intense focus paired with meaningful rest. So I don't know if I agree with this, actually. Nope, I don't. Especially on today's Thursday where it's going to be a 9-9 day for me. I'm excited about today. What does that mean? I'm going from 9 to 9. Yeah. Apparently it's a new trend in China. 9 to 9-6. You're like, what? Yeah, they work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Why not? Like, why the fuck not, actually? Just like training, optimum results requires strong recovery cycles after high output. So Jack's got a new rule. 3 important needle-moving tasks per day. Once completed, the rest is guilt-free downtime. So I got a suspicion here. Jack's not a founder. Nope, not a founder. If you're a founder, this doesn't work at all. Nope. Go back and listen to Howard Lerman's speech yesterday in yesterday's show. Founder mode is unlike any other kind of mode. It is a mode where you are not like the normal human being. It is a mode where there is no balance. There is no social life. There is the epiphany about productivity isn't about long hours. Yeah, it is actually. It actually is. Anybody telling you that it's not is full of bullshit. And I know Petra would agree with me. So sometimes I kind of like these hacks. Because to me, these hacks set the bar lower for people that think they can. To me, it's the same thing, Melissa, when somebody says to me, oh, he's the guy who's trying to figure out how to get his 200 grams of protein by eating all the shit. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It's the same thing with these founder, entrepreneur hacks that people, oh yeah, if you just do this, you're going to have success. No, you won't actually. Nope, not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. No. Substack. Oh, what are we going on with Substack? Hard work won't get you promoted. Strategic work will. Perhaps. Well, Andrew Kaplan, he says that working tirelessly and taking on every task won't get you promoted. Those who advance rapidly do less, but they do it better and more strategically. 4 core habits of promotable professionals. Clarify and verify. Ensure you and your manager are aligned. Say no more often. Manage up intentionally. And make work visible without playing politics. Interesting. So, what do you guys think about this? Is this the key to getting promoted? Is it hard work? Or is it strategic work that gets you promoted? I know what gets you promoted in my world. As my team's ears go up. Just fucking show up, man. Be proactive, deliver results. show initiative, have a great attitude, show you care, try, fail, get up, go again. Some of these life secrets is like teaching people how to get the bar as low as possible to have success. So when I read this, and I'm not trying to piss on Andrew Kaplan's content here at all, actually, but what I hear when I hear these things is that we're just trying to find ways to give people the lowest barrier for success. When it's funny because I don't feel that way at all. Success, or the kind of success that I believe most. Do you know anybody that doesn't want a fucking airplane? Or do you know anybody that, hey Petro, I'm gonna give you a $8 gazillion house. Are you gonna say no? Probably not. Here's an airplane. Here's a fucking helicopter. Here's all the luxury in the world. I dropped the clip. People want the playbook, but they don't want to go through the costs, and there's no hacks. No. According to Kaplan, though. Oh, look at my notes here. He says, shift your focus from how can I get promoted to how can I lead like somebody who already deserves it. Again, hard to argue with that. Get up, get after it, show leadership. Use the live framework. Be a leader before anybody asks. Show influence by being vulnerable. And then use your energy to bring the crowd in. That, to me, is what will get you promoted. All right, LinkedIn. Let's move over to LinkedIn, guys. Petro's jumping in saying, yep, that 5-step secret program to success is usually code for bullshit. That's why we have our resident bullshit detector daily in the lab. I have lots of love and admiration for him. His name's Dr. John Petrocelli. He's right, man. There's just no hacks for hard work at all. Scarlett Roberts over on LinkedIn says, are your credentials, no, your scars are your credentials, not your degree. Love that, Scarlett Roberts. Yeah, Neiman says hard work is the hack. Yeah, but people don't want to hear that. No, they want to hear that they can have the Reese's to get their protein and still hit their goals. You guys notice it's still sealed up because I know the truth. It took me fucking years to figure it out because I was the guy always trying to get the hack. Petro, I was that guy. Hey, AJ, but I know I can get my fucking protein if I still eat my Reese's. He's like, Billis, come back when you figure your shit out. Come back when you want to put the work in. Same thing Andersen says. Put the work in, man. But Scarlett Roberts, a clinical exercise physiologist, wrestles with imposter syndrome, don't we all? And she asks, am I super smart or spectacularly stupid? Her answer, her lived experience, including surviving systemic exploitation in state care. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Gives her expertise no textbook can replicate. Institutional experience is expertise. Real world hardship forges perspective and wisdom. Guys, the digital world wants eat. They want to hear about your experience. They want to hear about your expertise. They want to hear about your authority. They want to hear about all of that to build trust. And then we've added the other E to make it entertaining. That's why, when I hear Andersen talking, I lean into what he has to say. He's like, yes, I threw 50 grams of creatine in my stomach without water, and here's what happened. So maybe there's something to be said for your scars are your credentials. And I'm loving this because this show, these last 2 years, all of my scars, my warts, my successes, my failures along the way on display. Now we are building a live network based on everything we've learned, our scars. What's her advice? Challenge yourself, guys. You hear it all the time, but challenge yourself. Step into unfamiliar rooms. Maybe here's the invitation today. If you're tuning into me live right now, walk into a different room today than you normally would have. See how it feels. Ask a different question today that you didn't ask yesterday. That real prep and self-knowledge are essential for impact. Your difficult history can be positive for change. Maybe me sharing with you guys that I got fired from my job, I got fired from the company that I founded. Maybe that helps somebody come up and say, fuck, so did I. Maybe that helps somebody's scars or wounds surface to the table. So here's the question for you guys. Maya, before I throw it to you, what lived experiences are you undervaluing as it's just my story? First of all, stop saying just. It's my story. No, maybe you want to recognize it as your expertise, nation. What's your expertise, Maya?
That's your morning gut check, fellas. Stop worshiping working hours. Stop hiding your story. And start designing work that actually moves the needle. We want to feature your story on The Big Show. Tag Mornings in the Lab in your next post so we can shine the light on you.
What a fun show here today, guys. Woo! What a fun one. So we had a guest for today's show. Yep, we did. And I wanted to say this out publicly because I say it publicly when the guests don't show up. This dude was awesome, man. He was kind enough before he went to bed last night. As I was closing my eyes, I got an email. And he said, hey, I can't do the show. Commitments have come up. So we canceled. And I say that because we all have been around long enough on this show to know that not everybody has been that kind. There seems to be this idea that ghosting is a great way just to not show up. But this guy's like, hey, I understand you're building a business. He didn't say that, but I read between the lines and the way he was grateful with the way that he expressed himself that he could not be here today. So I appreciate you, man. If you're tuning in now or later, I appreciate you for that because you could have easily just ghosted us. But what it did was it allowed us to plan. And yeah, and Jimmy's right. And you didn't send the entire message in caps lock as if you were yelling at us. So I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. But guys, this is it for today. Another fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed it like I did. I thought today's show was fun. We had a lot of energy here today in the show. And it's all because, Neiman, all because my Apple Watch told me his score was off. Hey, Petro, I don't know if you heard that at the beginning, but I woke up this morning. I don't expect you did. Woke up this morning, Petro. Felt great, man. Beat my alarm, went to bed before everything, got up, flew out of bed. Was about to get into the shower and caught my Johnnies. And then guess what there, Petro? My watch tells me that I didn't have a good sleep. I was like, what the fuck, man? So I had an argument with my watch because I had a good sleep and my number said I didn't have a good sleep. So I had a debate with Apple Watch. My point is that we too often, we get caught up on, I didn't hit my bench today. Or, so Melissa, it measures a bunch of variables now. They've added what they call a sleep score. So just like the Whoop band or the Aura ring. So some of you guys that wear Aura rings or the Whoop bands, they capture a bunch of variables and they measure it and they give you a score. This is a relatively new thing from Apple. So they capture, I think, your breathing rates, how much you tossed around, your hours slept. Well, actually, I can tell you. There's a number of variables they capture. And then as a result of that, they give you a sleep score. So, Petro, I had a great sleep last night, but according to Apple, I didn't. And John and I riffed for a little bit at the start of the show because numbers will set us sideways. I did hit my fucking split on my run, or I did hit my bench, or the scale says I'm 3 pounds heavier today. Numbers fucking set us sideways. We got to lean into how we're feeling. Guys, we talked a little bit of pork again here today because Andersen's battling it. We talked about running towards change instead of hiding it. We handed the mic to Maya Reyes in the community and had some interesting conversations happening in the community there. Tomorrow, we got a guest joining us, Brian Korn. Yeah, the lead singer of Korn, showing up here on the show. Yep, Korn is going to be on the show. If you're just joining us, you'll notice that it's going to be an episode on Korn tomorrow. And then we're going to take your office life outdoors. Yep, true story. Try to solve the mystery beep in the house. And I'm going to break out the 5-minute mood busters for when you are working from home. So, Nation, I got the invitation for you. Set that alarm and it's Friday tomorrow. I expect we're going to have a visit from the resident bullshit detector himself. One of my favorite segments of the whole week, which is Dr. John Petruccelli. I expect to be here during the community corner. So, guys, set your alarm, bring your mess, bring your momentum. We'll be back here in less than 22 hours. Have a great one, guys. Lots of love from me and you. The Handsome Chief is out of here. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, everybody, for showing up today. We'll see you guys in the morning.